What is up, everyone? Welcome to Reality Room Spoilers with Paul, bringing you the latest on Big Brother 19 Live Feeds. Okay, so it's been a couple of days. I'll go through. I won't go too much into the stuff that happened a few days ago. I'll mostly talk about today and yesterday. Okay, so as you all know, what happened the other day? Christmas her foot basically, and there was kind of speculation whether or not she would stay in the game or not. She went to the DR. She went back. She came back out, and she had her MRI for that today. She received the results of her MRI, and she broke her foot in 2 places. But she's staying in the game at this point. What she's been telling some people is that she'll stay at least until jury, and then they can probably just vote her out. Although honestly, that's probably just what she's telling them. She still probably wants to win. She says it's only going to be on there for like 8 weeks. So by the time, or 6 to 8 weeks, so by the time her foot's healed, like it's still like only 60 something days in. So I think at that point she'll probably be okay, but she'll have to go through physical therapy and stuff at the time, she was saying. So we'll see exactly how that works if she's still in the game, which, you know, it's very possible because it's looking like she's staying this week. All right, so a few days ago, the other day, you had like Jason and Alex talking, and they were like, for some reason, this was the other day. Things have changed since then, but Alex, for some reason, thought that Cody and Paul like finagled that whole bullshit thing with like Paul having the pendant, and that Cody knew the whole time. No, Alex, no. But since then, she kind of knows that Cody's more on their side. So yeah, Alex and Jason kind of just talking a little bit about that, how they thought that because they were surprised that that whole alliance just broke up like so suddenly, and they were very confused about it. So they thought they were kind of planning something to like backstab Alex and Jason, but nope. Cody's just that much of an idiot. All right, so I have my notes this time. So Paul tells Jason, again, this is the other day, that he has like some sort of ace plan. That if he wins HOH, which a lot of people are throwing the HOH to Paul, by the way. Like most of the people that are voting to keep Christmas are throwing the HOH to Paul. I don't know if that's the best idea, honestly, but it's probably not. But we'll see how that works out. So as I was saying, Paul was talking to Jason how he has a major ace plan that will surprise everyone. Oh, I mean, you know who else had an ace plan that was supposed to surprise everyone? Cody, and that did not work out too well for him. So I hope for Paul's sake that his ace plan is a little better than Cody's. All right, so back to yesterday. Apparently, Ramses and Jillian kind of made up the fact that there was a banner going up that said that Mark and Dom are in an alliance. I mean, they are in an alliance, so that's technically not. They lied about there being a banner, but they're totally right about them being an alliance. Apparently, Cody got finagled into that as well, and Mark got really upset. And I think Mark's basically not with Cody anymore, but Cody doesn't know that. So Cody still thinks he has Mark, but Mark is basically voting to keep Christmas now. And it's a whole big thing, and everyone in the house thinks that Ramses is a liar. Ramses mostly took the fall for it, and Cody did as well about the fake banner. So just some fun 4th of July stuff, you know, fake banner flying through the sky, whatever. All right, so this was today. Cody and Jessica still think they have the votes. So they still think they're both the swing votes, which I don't know how they can both be the swing votes, because Jessica was never even considering voting to keep Christmas. She was always voting out Christmas. She was always voting to keep Jillian. So I don't know why she thinks she's a swing vote. The one who's really the swing vote, if Cody was right in his head, which he's not, would have been Cody if it was 6-6, but it's not 6-6 right now. Right now it's 7-5. Okay, so for those of you wondering what the votes are as of right now, basically it's everyone in Cody's old alliance, so minus Jessica, that are voting to keep Christmas, and we suspect that Josh is also voting to keep Christmas because they've had some talks, and I'll get to those talks in a second. So for those of you keeping count, it's Dominique, Matt and Raven, Mark and Elena, Paul, and then Josh. So that's 7. Okay. And then the other 5 right now are voting to keep Jillian. So changes since my last video. Kevin is now voting to keep Jillian. So that's something that changed. Like, and you know, you guys all know that Kevin and Jason have a really, really great relationship. So it's not really that big of a surprise that Kevin would switch his vote. And even back then, it was kind of looking like Jason could have switched his vote too, like at the time a few days ago when all that big hullabaloo was happening. But now Kevin is voting to keep Jillian. So it's a solid 7-5 right now, which it's still pretty close, but I can't really see any of the people that are voting out Jillian flipping. Just because, and I'll get to that, So one thing I want to talk about specifically is Josh's conversations with people. So Josh talked to Mark and Dominique, who are totally not an alliance. They are an alliance. But yeah, Josh talked to those two, and he's basically like, I heard that he's like, I trust the both of you. I want to work together to make it to like jury or whatever. And Josh is basically saying that I heard that if I didn't get the golden apple, I would have been targeted this week. And Mark and Dominique say, no, that would not have happened at all. And Josh is like, okay, sure, whatever. And then Josh goes on to talk to Christmas, and Christmas tells Josh, listen, if you didn't get the golden apple, you would have been the target this week. Now it's just like, okay, so Josh now knows that, because Josh trusts Christmas very much. So Josh now kind of suspects that Mark and Dominique are probably lying to him about that. But, you know, it is what it is. But Christmas and Josh basically come to the conclusion that Josh should pretend to still be voting to keep Jillian, and even after the vote, still continue to pretend that he voted to keep Jillian in order to stay good with that side of the house, to not let them know that him and Christmas have like a good relationship. So that's kind of how things are looking right now. And Josh talked to Alex afterwards, and Josh was like, listen, you know, we got to work together. We got to stay together. We got to keep things going. And Josh basically told Christmas that he would basically tell the other side this. But we still don't know. So I'm not 100. Here's the thing. We're not 100% sure if Josh is just lying to Alex. So it's like 95% sure. So that's why he's sort of the swing vote, but he's we're pretty sure that he's voting to keep Christmas. So that's the way things are going there. One other thing that happened is Mark and Dominique were talking, because as they always do, because they're working together in an alliance, like the fake banner said. Mark was basically suggesting that Elena is like closer to Matt and Raven than she is to those two, and like how at some point, like during jury, they would probably have to break that group up. So once they get to jury, Mark and Dominique and whoever else is with them at the time are probably going to try targeting Matt and Raven and Elena. So they're planning pretty far ahead, which is probably a good thing for them. But hopefully those two remain in a trusting duo, and none of that information gets out, because if it does, they could be pretty screwed. Some other things. Paul, basically, some people have been making like some comments in the house. They've been using like certain terms that are not politically correct. And Paul was basically telling some people in the house, listen, just don't say those types of words. Just censor yourself, because you're on national TV and you don't want people misconstruing things. Because he said last season people did misconstrue some things, and that's just the way it is. Let's see. Right. One other thing. Elena told Christmas and Dominique that Ramses has the curse, and they were kind of like discussing what they were going to do about with that information. If they were going to like threaten Ramses, say, hey, well, not threaten, but suggest to Ramses that people are talking about putting him on the block, or people are talking about voting him out so he wouldn't put himself on the block next week, or I don't know, they were kind of finagling with a couple of plans. They basically just decided not to do anything because he already feels pretty safe as it is. So, but we'll see. If there is a confrontation, I'll let you know in the next video. Let's see. I think that's basically all I have as of right now. So, like I said, it's a 7-5 vote as of right now. But like I said, it's one vote. I mean, a few days ago, it was like 6-6, right? And Jillian would have been staying a few days ago, but now it's 7-5. It's only one vote, and these votes can flip rather quickly. Although you only have like 18 hours around, but that's still possibly enough. You never know what happens in Big Brother. So thank you guys for watching. I'll do another live feed update tomorrow after the eviction, as soon as we know who the HOH is and hopefully who they're trying to target. Please like, comment, and subscribe down below. If you like the video, like it. If you don't like it, hit the dislike button. I don't care. Thanks. Bye.